Hello, my creative friends. This is Heather North from heatherscreativeblessings.com, and this week Penny Black is featuring StampNation design team on their blog. My day was Tuesday, and the card I made, I'll show you here. People have been asking me how I made the background, and I hadn't thought about doing a video, but I thought, well, this is really simple. Everybody probably knows this, but apparently not everybody does. So I'm going to show you how I created that card. The great thing about this technique is each one is going to be just a little bit different. It's unique, and it's very, very easy. So let's get started. I like to use these sponge wedges, and they come, Stampin' Up! Sells them in a 3-pack, but I've also seen them at craft stores. You can find them sometimes. And what I do is I cut it in half, and then I cut it into quarters, and then I cut it into wedges, either eighths or more, depending on how big or little I want my wedges to be. I start with my lightest color, and in this case it's going to be Crisp Cantaloupe from Stampin' Up! And when you're sponging, what I like to do is just tap the sponge into the ink pad, and then I rub off the excess to make sure I don't get splotchiness. If you don't want splotchiness. Now sometimes it's kind of nice to have the splotches. Sometimes you want it smooth. And then I just start rubbing it onto my paper. Next I'm going to use Coastal Cabana. This is also Stampin' Up! And I'm just going to go in on some of the white spaces with this. It almost just looks like a big mess, right? Somehow it all comes together. Now I'm going to take Strawberry Slush, and this is just it's a darker pink, whereas the cantaloupe was like a light peach. And I'm just going to add some color. You can see here where just tapping it on gives it more of the speckled look, which you can do it smooth, you can do it speckled. If you do it speckled, just pretend like you meant it to be that way. I'm going to come back in with my darker aqua teal. This is Bermuda Bay. And add a little bit of that to my Coastal Cabana. I'm not sure I used Bermuda Bay in my original card or not, but I'm using it here. Like I said, each one is going to be unique. My last color is going to be Soft Lilac. This is a Hero Arts Shadow ink. And I'm going to apply it the same way. It's fun to see how colors blend and what new colors you come up with, and variations and shades of those colors. So that's basically it. That's how I created my background. Just took out my sponges. I put my lightest areas down first and then kind of colored around them. The stamp I used was this one. It's Gathering Together from Penny Black, and it's a wood stamp. If you would like to emboss it, I think I did emboss it on the first card. What you'll want to do is make sure you use your embossing buddy and put that all over this so that your embossing powder does not stick to your background. What I did was I inked it up in Versamark, stamped it on my background, and then I put black embossing powder on and heat set it. For this one, to make it just a little bit simpler, I am going to use some basic gray ink. We'll see how this turns out. Don't you love trying something for the first time on camera? Oh, that reminds me. The only place that my tripod will fit for my camera is right on this. There's this hump in my table where the two tables meet. So I need to pull this out to get a more stable image. Okay, wish me luck. And you can kind of choose a little bit where you want things to go, or just let it fly where it's gonna fly. So I'm just gonna stamp it here. Oh, that's pretty. Since I used basic gray instead of black or black embossing powder, it's a lot more subtle, the stamped image, but I think it's still really pretty. On my card for the Penny Black blog, I believe I used Your Friendship Means So Much. I'm not sure, I'll have to look at the card again. I sent it to my friend who's been helping me out at work while I have been traveling and gone, so I wanted to send her a really special card. I think this time I'm going to do you know, any one of these would work. That's the hard thing. Let's do, I think I'm gonna do A Special Wish. I like using my grid mat to line up my stamps to make sure that they're straight. And then what I did was I cut this out first to the size I wanted for my card front, and then I matted it on a piece of cardstock. And then I took the remaining piece and stamped one of my sentiments, and I cut it out in a banner shape for the inside of the card. I really like when the inside of the card has a piece from the outside of the card. Any black ink will do. This is VersaFine. It works really well for clear stamps. And again, decide if you want it to be pink or blue, green. So I'm going to do it over here. There you go. My card base was pink pirouette, and on top of the pink pirouette I cut out the interlocking die in white, and I just layered that right on top. And then I added my focal point and a ribbon, and then I cut this into a banner and put it on the inside of the card. Really a fun thing to do, and it's unique and different. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you'll give it a try. Let me know what you think of this. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you find some time today to get a little bit creative. Bye!